Girlie, I think we're recording.
Well, good. I think we are too.
How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm sitting with the most beautiful girl in the world.
Stop it.
Stop it. No, but the lighting definitely looks superb.
I thought that would work out.
You can thank yourself because that's your lamp.
Yes, it's like a spotlight.
Yeah. How does it feel to be on your first podcast?
It's a little intimidating.
Yeah.
But
it's exciting, right?
It is a little exciting.
It's definitely exciting. You're going to have at least, maybe we'll have 170 viewers. Can't promise you because that's how many the first video had. Thank you, by the way, whoever watched. Greatly appreciate that. That was awesome. Whoever subscribed and liked, commented, I greatly appreciate you just even clicking on the link. So thank you for that.
I subscribed. I didn't comment.
Thank you for subscribing. You'll have to like and subscribe or like and comment on your own.
Yeah, I'll start commenting from now on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I just realized I was walking Odie and I found a lighter. So there's a lighter for you. It works.
Oh, good. What's the picture on it?
Some stoner thing, I'm sure.
Oh, it's a little heart. No, it's a key to my heart.
Yeah, well, there you go.
There.
A few weeks past Valentine's Day. You're welcome.
Thank you so much. Now I found a meaning in it.
Did you want to go ahead and start with The Bachelor? You just want to talk about it?
Sure, we can talk about it. Even though we haven't watched it yet, we're going to watch it.
Yeah, tell me everything you know about it because I don't know what's happened. I didn't know what happened last week. And how many people are left? There
are 3 people left.
Okay.
It's down to fantasy suites. Do you know what fantasy suites are?
No idea what that is.
So the fantasy suites are the week after hometown. So he's met all the families. He's down to 3 people. And he has these fantasy suite dates. So all 3 girls get a date. And they stay overnight with him.
Okay.
So it's a fantasy suite.
Okay. I see what that means.
Yes. Okay. And it's time to be off camera and just have time together.
Okay.
And stuff. But I haven't watched it yet, so.
Okay.
That's where we're at.
How many girls left would you consider to be bitches? Because there were plenty when I was watching.
Okay, here's the thing about the girls left. I like 2 of them a lot.
How many did you say there were?
There's 3.
There's 3 left.
3 left, but one of them, she's fine. One of them I really like. And the other one I like, but there's all this drama surrounding her outside the show. All these allegations that her name is Rachel Kirkconnell.
Okay.
And there's this pictures came out of her. I don't know all the details because I haven't really followed it, but I've seen a little bit where she came out and someone found pictures of her from a frat party in college and she was dressed up.
Okay, I think you told me that.
Yeah, she was dressed up in it was like a southern
antebellum
themed party.
Yeah.
And she was dressed up in like a gown and stuff. Yeah, and there might have been other things, but that's all I really knew.
Where was she? She was from Florida?
She's from Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah. Okay. So people were really upset and calling her racist and all kinds of things. So
okay.
This one, all that happening.
Of those 3, are there any that you hope wins?
Yes, but I keep seeing because I haven't watched more. I didn't watch.
Have you seen spoilers?
Yeah, I keep seeing headlines and stuff here and there, so I kind of have an idea of what happens.
No, I'm sorry.
It's okay. I try to be careful, but it's hard. It's all over the place. Yeah, so it's hard to avoid.
I told you could watch it. You didn't have to wait for me. I don't care about the show. I enjoy just making.
You said you're watching it without me, and I was like, well,
it's
I can't watch it anymore. Nope, we have to watch it together now.
Well, in T-minus, whenever this podcast is over, we can watch it.
Okay, good.
Does that work?
Because that was my plan.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and talk about your skincare routine and everything that you do for your skin?
Sure.
Your beautiful, flawless,
glistening
skin.
So I should start off by saying that I only started researching skincare and stuff because of last March or last spring. I had really bad acne right here. That, yeah. It was like whack-a-mole where I would get rid of one pimple and then another one would pop up. Mm-hmm. It was terrible.
Great analogy.
It was horrible. So it all came down to the cleanser I was using. They took it off the market and so I couldn't find it. So I used this cleanser that was really bad. Anyway, So I started researching and I've learned a lot since then.
So here's what I know to put on my body. I know to put Lotion whenever it's dry.
That's good.
That's about it. I think I use body wash in the shower, so I think that's good. But
that's good. You're clean.
What else do I use?
So the biggest thing I've learned is sunscreen is a big thing for just like protecting.
For you, right? Because you're fair.
I'm very fair. So I can burn very easily, but also just for like protecting yourself from, it's like an anti-aging thing. It's also protecting yourself from cancers. Mm-hmm. So I've been learning more about sunscreens, but sunscreens are terrible because they smell weird and no one likes putting them on. No one likes the feel of sunscreen. And so there's been a lot of I've learned there's a lot of different kinds that you can use. There's like physical, which is the one that leave a really white look. Okay. And then there's ones called chemical, but those are made mostly
Sounds dangerous.
I know. But they are made mostly in like Korean and Japanese sunscreen, so they're kind of hard to get.
Even more dangerous. Continue.
And this might be just really boring in too much detail, but so the FDA here, sunscreen, there's more regulations when you're selling a sunscreen.
Okay.
And so in America, there are certain filters, UV filters, that they won't allow you to put in a sunscreen or something like that. So in order to get that extra protection, you have to buy a Korean sunscreen.
Oh.
So I bought this one.
Do you ever think there's a reason that the Food and Drug Administration decides that those chemicals aren't good?
I don't think it's that. I think and this is something I don't really understand fully. I don't know all the right verbiage and stuff.
Sure.
But I think it's just like they have rules and regulations, and I don't know if there's like a reason behind it, or they just aren't, they don't think there's enough research behind it or what. I'm not really sure what the reason is, but there was this one that I heard about that sounded really good. It's called, from a brand called Burrito. And I got it, and it was really nice. It's supposed to have like really good protection. It feels like a lotion. It doesn't smell weird. It doesn't leave a white cast or anything. And then there's a scandal that came out where someone did a test on it, and turns out it doesn't have the SPF rating it said it did.
I remember you telling me about that too.
And so now everyone's like, can we even trust any sunscreen anymore? Definitely What's the point?
Can't.
Don't wear sunscreen.
Just be burnt forever.
Yeah.
Too crisp.
So.
You talked about anti-aging. That reminded me. Have you ever heard of a trucker face? I think it is. I think that's what it's called.
No.
So a trucker face, they truckers who basically drive all the time, hours and hours a day, they have the window down. They have their arm out the window, and half of their face is like more exposed to the sun. Mm-hmm. And so like you can look at them, and this half of their face is more worn down, looks older.
That is so interesting. Yeah. I had never heard of that.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
A little tangent, but yeah.
Yeah. Anti-aging.
Yeah.
Gotta wear your sunscreen.
Yeah. So, okay, you wear your sunscreen. What else do you wear? Anything else?
Okay, so here's my routine.
Because I feel like you do like 30 things before you...
Okay, it's not 30 things. But ever since last March or last spring, I've like really figured out what works. Mm-hmm. Like I haven't had a breakout in a really long time, which is really nice. But I in the morning, I don't use a cleanser. I just wash my face with water, and then I either put on like a toner, which is like, I have this niacinamide.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
So it's like, the one I have, it's called a niacinamide brightening toner. Okay. And niacinamide is an ingredient
chemical.
That's I mean, everything is a chemical, isn't it? No, not everything.
Maybe fair.
It's an ingredient.
Okay.
That's really good for like making your pores look small. I don't know. It's just a really good all-around ingredient, and it's a really hydrating toner. And it's supposed to brighten any spots you have from acne. So I have all these kind of reddish spots from when I had acne.
You say brighten, like make them look like they're not there, or?
Yeah. So brighten and make them go away, make my skin tone look more even.
Oh, okay.
Which it has. So I put that on sometimes, and I'll put on a moisturizer, and I'll put on sunscreen. Okay. That's my morning. And then at night, I use a cleanser. I actually use 2 cleansers. I use a cleansing balm to get my makeup off, and then I use another cleanser, a gentle cleanser, to wash it all away. Because I don't use makeup wipes. A lot of girls use makeup wipes, but those are really wasteful, and they don't really clean your makeup off very well.
Okay.
And then sometimes I use an exfoliant. This is so much detail, but that's basically, fine, I exfoliate like a few times a week, and I put on a moisturizer. And that's pretty much it.
That's about it.
Yes.
So do you want to hear what I do?
I know what you do.
I wake up and so I don't. Do you normally?
Perfect.
I wake up with my hair down, walk out the door. Perfect. There you go. Sometimes, do you shower in the morning or at night normally?
Morning.
I'm kind of back and forth. It kind of depends on what I've done in the day. Like obviously, if I've been active and done a lot, I'll shower.
See, I got a hair washing routine.
Oh yeah, see that's.
But you don't have to worry about that.
No. I used to.
Yeah.
I would. When I was playing football, I used to wash my long hair every 2 days, maybe every other day, because it really would. I'd be in helmets and get greasy, and it's pretty gross.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I know there were guys. We definitely had guys on the team who would go way too many days without cleaning their hair, and you could tell. And it's like they'd shower, so they're not super gross, but
they wouldn't shampoo or anything.
Shampoo, and you could definitely just see the greasiness, and yeah, I don't know. I couldn't do that. If they could live with it, so be it. Not for me, but
yeah, I really like the clean feeling.
Yeah, it feels nice.
Yeah. That's your whole routine.
That's I wet my hair down and I'm ready to go. That's all there is to it.
Every once in a while, I come through and put some moisturizer on your face because I see a little dry patch.
Yeah, I have dry ears. I don't know why that is.
You do.
I don't understand why that is. I've tried putting lotion on it and it seems like it never helps.
How often do you do that?
I might try for like 3 days at a time and then I stop.
Do they bother you or do you just see that they're dry?
No, sometimes. But sometimes when I itch my ear and I see flakes, I'm like, do I have dandruff? What the hell is that? Huh. Yeah. So that's just how it is. I don't really. My upkeep for my physical body is weights. That's it. That's all I got. When I shower, it's body wash, shampoo. Also, this might bother you. Shampoo and conditioner, 2-in-1. Does that hurt? Does that hurt you?
It's
inside?
just like it's definitely a joke that girls.
I've heard that before. That's kind of why I said that. Yeah.
Because it's like shampoo is supposed to clean your hair and conditioner is supposed to nourish and moisturize it. So how can you do them at the same time? But when I was a kid, I used those. Yeah. Like I have used those in the past.
I'm still a child.
So it all makes sense.
I don't move forward.
Well, I don't understand how it works. If anyone else understands how something can shampoo and nourish your hair at the same time, let me know. I bet you
chemical engineers know.
I'm sure.
I bet they
just in my head it just like doesn't really like make sense. Like it's cleaning, it's like stripping the oil off your hair and putting moisture back in. Like I just don't know how that works.
2-in-1. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
It's beautiful. It's a great thing.
Makes it easy.
I love modern technology.
Do you just like put it in your hair and then wash it out immediately, or do you let it
scrub
sit
it
there?
on? Well, I mean,
like conditioner.
My hair's short. It's different when your hair's short, and I understand that because I've had long hair now. Yeah. So when it's short, I can scrub it around for less than 15 seconds, and then I rinse it out.
Okay.
And it stays. See, I didn't shampoo just now, and it still looks fine. So. Does it look crazy? Do I have crazy hair?
No, it doesn't look crazy.
I can't do it. I remember when it was longer a few weeks ago, I could do syndrome.
Yes. You sent me a picture.
Did I?
Yes. I hope I screenshotted it.
I don't think you did. How's that look? Do I kind of look like Jack?
More
Jack?
A little bit. It's got a little wave and
okay.
There you go.
I have a really bad cowlick in the back of my hair.
I can kind of see it.
Because every time I've ever gotten my hair cut, that always sticks up. And Jacob did it for me recently. And I mean, I didn't think he was going to do any better because no one else has in the past. So.
It's okay. Just embrace it. It's your natural beauty. Handsomeness.
I'm flawed.
We all are.
Are we?
I am.
How? I just called you flawless. 10 minutes ago. We were going to talk about our communication skills.
I think we have pretty good communication skills.
I think we have great communication skills. Tonight, I called you, realized you're upset, decided to try and make you happy, came here, and then we talked through it.
Yes. Cried through it.
You cried through
Come
it.
see, come saw.
I hugged you.
Oh my gosh.
You were happy. You were happy, and then you were sad, didn't know how to express it, and I just waited.
There's just so much. I just don't even understand it. It takes me weeks to understand it. I'll look back 2 weeks from now and be like, okay, I kind of see what was happening there.
You really process stuff for
I really do.
For a while.
I have to.
Just because?
I don't know what it is. Like, I just have to understand things.
Your mind just doesn't let you, like, move past it.
No, I can't just be like, oh, that happened. Get over it.
That's exactly how my mind works.
I know.
It's wild.
But it's good. Like, it's just, I think it's a good thing that your brain works like that. And my brain is like, we have to process everything and know exactly what's happening.
Right. We've already seen examples where that's been a great situation. Like when we were flying to Michigan and you were telling me I should check my flight. Because I hadn't checked my flight. It was supposed to be at 9. It was supposed to be at 9.
I forgot about that.
Me and my dad were going to leave at 4 or whatever to get there a couple hours early. And then it's 11 o'clock. I don't know why you called me. You just excited to see each other. I don't know what it was. You called me and you're like, have you checked your flight recently? I was like, no, I mean, I have the stub. I'll get there and it'll be fine. And then you're like, yeah, I think you should really call. Just make sure. You never know. And I was like, I haven't gotten an email recently, so maybe I should. So I called, and she was like, yeah, that flight got switched to 7:15 in the morning. And I was like, oh my gosh, we got to leave at 2 a.m. So I woke my dad up. I didn't even go to sleep that night. I remember I slept the entire drive. Yeah, that was
crazy. I forgot about that.
But
that was crazy.
But see, then on the other side, I'm always saying, hey, it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I'm trying to ease your anxiousness, your anxiety.
But that's really changed my mindset. It's like really helped me just to be, whether it seems like it or not, I promise. Like, I really think, okay, what's the worst thing that's going to happen right now?
And that helps you get through something.
I don't know why, but that phrase really stuck with me. Like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen?
For me, whenever I'm going to displease someone or something like that, I think about, well, like I have no choice but to upset somebody, I guess. Kind of rare situations when I'm like, okay, in 5 years, how much is this going to matter? Like a job that I have to quit. In 5 years, how much am I going to really be upset about this person caring about me holding this job still? It's not, especially for a job like a retail job or working in a restaurant. It's just not worth it. Not worth worrying about, in my mind. That's what how I've come to process things. But we all do things differently, so.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Hey, we've all got our strengths. That's why we work.
Oh, of course.
Just balance each other out.
I'll tell you. My greatest triumph was at...
Oh, I know what you're going to say.
Which one?
Kyle's wedding.
Yep. Yep. I was pumped. I was absolutely pumped that night. I can't remember what you got sad about, but it was kind of like we were dancing, having a good time, and then you came over and you were just kind of down. You were just kind of sad. And I was like, trying to figure out what's wrong. I didn't know what's wrong. We'd both been drinking a little bit. And I was like, what's happening? Tried to have a real conversation.
There were like a million things I could have done.
I'm sure. It was all just crazy.
I was moving. There was all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah. That was over this Christmas break.
Yeah.
That feels like it was a long time ago.
It feels like a long time ago. So much happened.
There were so many things that happened over this Christmas break.
Thank you. For everything you did over Christmas break.
Hey, your grandpa said it best. And I didn't know, but what do you say I had?
The gift of helps.
Holy Spirit gift of helps. Never heard of that. I thought of the gifts of like
gifts of the Holy Spirit.
Gifts of the Holy Spirit that you go through for confirmation, but I didn't know that. I didn't really ever read any others. Yeah. But I think I really get satisfaction from helping others in whatever way I can. Sometimes it doesn't always put me in the greatest mood, but I still feel like satisfied from doing something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think that's something I get from my dad, just because he really does go out of his way a lot to, I mean, you've seen him. You've seen what he does, especially for Ransom.
Yeah.
He does a lot.
I just even notice when I'm there, like,
yeah,
everything, in the basement, it's always very nice and cleaned up.
Tries to be a good host.
I don't know if he's teasing us or not, but whenever we sit down to have a meal, he brings a candle over and he's like, for ambiance.
Ambiance, yeah.
And I never know if he's being sarcastic or not, but I always like it.
He's being funny. Yeah, it's still an enjoyable thing, but he's doing it to be funny.
Yeah.
Too, so.
For ambiance.
For ambiance.
So we got the candle and then we got all the dogs everywhere.
Oh, yeah. He's also, speaking of ambiance, he keeps all of his food well put together. So he's doing steak and potatoes or steak and veggies, whatever it is. I don't know.
The presentation.
He does a good job in presentation.
I always like the presentation.
They do like charcuterie, not really charcuterie boards, but they're
kind of, yeah.
Would you consider them? I don't know what goes under that classification. But
just like a bunch of stuff on a plate.
Okay. Well, yeah.
That's probably not what it actually is, but
Hors
that's what it
d'oeuvres.
sounds like.
They do a lot. They do a lot of hors d'oeuvres, and they've always done that since I was growing up. They've always had food. They're like, "Oh, you guys hungry?" And 12 through 14-year-old kids are like, "Yeah, I'll eat." And of course, I'll eat. And so, just dig in, start playing video games. It's a good time. Did I ever tell you about Evan and B Moss when they came to my house?
I don't think so.
So a couple years, freshman year? Yeah, I think it was freshman year. Freshman year, Keegan, myself, Evan, and B Moss went to West Plains, and Keegan went back to his house. So we all stayed at my house the first night, and then Keegan went back to his house, and then B Moss and Evan stayed at my place. I think I went and lifted, saw some old coaches, saw some buddies that were still in high school. And then I came back, and they were just downstairs lazing around watching TV. They were having a good time. They were just chilling. But my dad kept bringing them food, and he was just like, "You guys hungry?" And they're like, "Yeah, we'll keep eating." And Evan was big back then, like just kind of from this trip, I think is what, you gained the freshman 15 or whatever, but he definitely packed on some pounds. Now he looks good. Now he's back to football But yeah. Did you ever gain freshman 15?
I gained a little weight. I did.
How much?
I don't know, but my mom commented on it, so.
I don't feel like you could have gained that much. You didn't gain 15 pounds.
I know I did gain weight because I don't really weigh myself, but.
And when it's gradual,
But I remember just how different parts of my body looked and just how they looked different.
Yeah.
So I know I did, and I remember my mom making a comment about it, but I would eat Lucky Charms all the time. That was back
in the calf.
Back in the day when we had those plastic cups, and everyone would fill it up with cereal.
Those were great.
It was awesome. I remember walking back to SCO with plastic cups full of Lucky Charms, and it was awesome. I would eat peanut butter toast all the time.
You've loved peanut butter toast.
Love peanut butter.
Forever.
So long.
I thought it was just because you had it type of thing.
No, I love peanut butter.
Well, I love peanut butter, but...
Peanut butter toast. It's just so good.
If I'm having peanut butter and toast, I've been kind of eating it recently because I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be a nice little side to my eggs, but if I have peanut butter on bread, I'm doing peanut butter and jelly. I'm having a sandwich.
But it's peanut butter toast is a meal to me, and it's a nice, I don't know what it is, but when I was homeschooled back in 7th, 8th grade, I ate 2 or 3 peanut butter and jellies a day, in a meal. Which is a lot for me.
That is a lot.
It's a growth spurt. And my mom was like, "You're to be allergic to peanuts, Annika." But I'm not.
I've heard of that. I've heard of people.
My grandma is. She.
Yeah. Do you think it's because she ate?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so.
I wonder why that is.
I know that she developed an allergy. It wasn't she was born with it.
Yeah.
My grandma Sue, not the.
Oh, okay.
Grandma Joy.
Okay, I didn't know. I know them both now, so.
Yeah.
No, but I think I've kind of grown to be lactose intolerant. I've told you about that.
Me too.
You have?
Unfortunately.
You love dairy. You love it.
I love ice cream. And ice cream is the worst thing you can do if you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
But it's so good. I have some in the freezer.
Are you going to eat it?
No.
While we watch The Bachelor?
No.
You're thinking about it.
I am thinking about it.
You might. You ready for a serious topic?
Oh, yes.
Do you know what it's going to be?
No. I don't remember what we wrote down.
The Navy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, now you just got a little sad.
I got serious.
You got a little sad. I feel like I saw almost a tear generate right there.
No, there's no tears.
Yeah, you might cry.
Are you trying to make me cry?
I'm not trying to make you cry. I'm making an observation.
Gosh darn it.
Kind of looks like you might. See, just a future. It's a future plan to talk about. That's all it is.
It's something to talk about.
And you don't want me to do it.
I never said that.
How about I throw some numbers at you? Which I know this is probably, it's not going to sway your opinion on it. But this is what this sergeant, captain, whatever, I think he was a captain. He said if I signed right now, I'd basically have 2 routes after college. And so first, if I signed right now, I'd make $4,400 a month for as long as I'm in school. So for the next year, I'd be making $4,400 a month. That's $3,600, probably closer to $30,000 a year because of taxes. I don't know how that works with the military and all that, but $30,000 a year in the next year. And then, what was it? Oh, and then I'd go to OCS school, which is Officer Candidate School, for 11 to 12 weeks, something like that. And then it's a 5-year commitment after that. So in theory, I'd be like 28. No, he said after 2 years, I think he said after 2 years, it's about 60 grand. Excuse me. And then after 4 years, about 100 grand. I just think it's a career opportunity to think about. So, not that I need to jump right into it. It's still something I want to talk to my parents about it too. Just kind of, not even just my parents. I need to talk to a few military people that I know. I texted my buddy in the Marines tonight, Austin. I talked to him and he was kind of busy, but he said he knows a little bit about OCS school and just that I probably, if I was going to do it, I would need to, that'd be the best route is OCS school. So. But then I could go into nuclear engineering, being an instructor, like a professor, or I could go be on a submarine or a ship and learn to pilot a ship. So that'd be pretty wild. You look sad even considering it.
Well, it's just like my mind goes straight to like you not being around and like being by myself and so
I know it's sad, but I'm also thinking towards the future as far as okay, in 10 years when I have veterans benefits, whatever they might be, which is kind of more what I want to talk to my buddies about because I don't know exactly all the ones they have. It would just be helpful, you know? So again, just something I'm kind of considering, but it's not in any way a guarantee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Would you already like to change subjects?
Anything I say is going to be more sad or just how I feel.
You mostly only see the negative to it for the next 5 years.
It's not even just like seeing the negative to it. It's just like I'm picturing like if we want to, like if we want to have a family and then I'm like by myself, you know, like or like you missing stuff because you're gone. Like that's what I'm really like thinking about.
Yeah. So
it's like I see the positives, like I do. And I understand why you're interested in it. And I'm glad that you're talking to other people and just like kind of seeing other people's, make an informed decision instead of just hearing a sales pitch and jumping in, you know?
Yeah.
But
what might make you feel better, as my buddy Austin kind of said, those captains can be full of shit sometimes. So if it sounds too good to be true, I think I texted him and gave him like the entire pitch that I just gave you saying, these are the numbers after 5 years, this and that. Does this sound like a bunch of BS to you or not?
Because the part that sounds like I really struggle with the first part. It just really sounds too good to be true.
The $4,400 a month?
Yes.
Oh yeah. But I think that's why it's
because like what are they paying you for in that time? Like just committing? Because that seems like a lot of money just for committing, you know?
I don't know. But
or just for working out. Like I don't really know what that.
There's a fitness test I don't know if it's a random fitness test or like every few months, whatever it is. And if you don't pass it, I don't know if you get dropped or how exactly that works. I wouldn't really care to find out, but that's like all they really said. There's no, he said no cutting your hair, don't have to worry about that. Oh, he also said that the prime time age to be signing into this is like, I think he said sophomore year, because that's the most amount of time you have while you're still in college. And so, because that's when you first become eligible, is when you're a sophomore in the engineering field or something like that. But I don't know. Still something I'm kind of considering, because I think about 5 years and seems small in the time frame of 40, 50, That's kind of how I try to perceive it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a thought. Excuse me.
These seltzers.
I know. They get me burping really fast. I also drank them a little too fast because they're tasty. They're so sugary. How much sugar do you think they have in them?
Don't even look.
Should I blur them out? Should I beep out us saying? Well, we didn't say the actual name of them
We
yet.
didn't.
I don't think I get enough.
Oh, but this might have been facing the screen the whole time. So.
I think mine has too. So
Whoops.
Whatever. That definitely has been, I think, one of these sides.
Oops.
They've got it all over the can.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Unfortunately.
Delicious. So if they want to sponsor, delightful.
Go right ahead.
Delightful. Legend Daddy.
We watched a lot of How I Met Your Mother.
A lot of How I Met Your Mother. Guess how many sugars in this? Total sugars.
I don't know, a lot.
Guess. Don't look. It's a guess.
I don't know. How much? 10.
How many grams?
Grams. 10 grams.
No.
5 grams.
No.
2 grams.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, nice. Third guess. Good job. How many total carbs?
Lots and lots.
How many grams?
I don't know.
They're seltzers. Why
3?
Closer.
I have no idea.
2.
I'm not a nutritionist.
Do you still try and keep up with me when we drink? Because that's
dangerous. Okay,
dangerous.
sometimes I do. I don't know why I do this.
I don't know either.
I just see you drinking and I'm like, oh, I can have another one.
So you finish off your next one? Because I know I finish them faster than you.
Yes, but okay, listen. I've done this not just with you. I did this in France, and that's when I blacked out for the first time.
Yep.
And it was not good.
Right. I just remembered, do you still have those pickles?
No.
Did you eat them?
Yes.
You like pickles. That's so funny.
I do like pickles.
I don't know why I didn't peg you as a pickle girl.
Is there a type of pickle girl?
Is there a type of pickle girl or a type of girl that would be a pickle girl?
Yes. Like, how am I not a pickle girl?
I don't know. I just
don't have the pickle girl vibe.
I think like you would eat pickles on a burger, but I didn't think you just eat.
I don't know. They were good.
They were good.
I was running out of food.
So you're eating alcoholic pickles?
Yes.
They were good. Little moonshine pickles.
They were just sitting there in the fridge, and I didn't know when you'd be back here, so I was like, yeah.
That's fair. You should have bought yourself some Bloody Mary mix.
Well, I don't love Bloody Marys as much as you do.
I do like Bloody Marys.
I like drinking them with you because I know how much you like them.
Yeah. They're good.
And then it's fun when we drink them together.
Yeah. Well, I said it before, it's just because it's a salty drink. There's not many salty drinks that I've had or like. Yeah. I don't even know what other salty drinks there are. And that might just be my ignorance. I'm still young in this world, Annika.
Me too.
Young, dumb. Young, dumb, and broke.
Young, dumb, and broke. Me too.
High five.
Yes.
Gotta keep it quiet. The microphones will pick it up. Oh. Silent high five. Nice. Beautiful. Awesome. Terrific. Perfect. Fantastic. Fabulous. What you thinking?
About our communication skills.
Really? What are you thinking about them?
I was just thinking about how well we've communicated about things. Like about the...
Sorry. I was going to make a funny comment.
What?
I was going to make a funny comment.
What's your funny comment?
I was going to say you're communicating that very well. Sarcasm. Sorry. It's mean. I'll never say it again. Ever. What?
I don't know. I don't know where I was going to go with that.
Okay,
This is what I was thinking about and you asked me.
No, I'm glad you told me.
You're welcome.
And that's our communication skills.
Beautiful.
Exactly right there. You exactly.
I love that.
You told me. See, I think that's a little difference though, because when you ask me what I'm thinking, I tell you what I'm thinking. And then for me, you always
Sometimes
say...
you're not thinking anything though, and I'm always thinking something. It's not fair.
Why is it not fair?
Because I always have something I'm thinking about, so you know if I say nothing, then you know I'm lying.
I know you're lying.
And it's not fair because if I say, what are you thinking? You're like, yeah, nothing.
Then
I know you're not thinking anything.
I can't explain what nothing is when
I
you're thinking
wish
about
I
it.
knew. Like, I wish I understood what that was like.
Surely you've had times when you're just like zoned out and you are just kind of not... I do it a lot when I'm driving. When I'm driving, there's something going on, but it's like as soon as you get asked about it, you can't recall it. You're just kind of like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking about. I was just kind of thinking. I don't know.
Maybe.
You don't relate to that at all?
I mean, I'm sure there have been times. I just can't really... Most of the time, there's always something going on in my head.
It's incredible.
It's exhausting.
I believe it. I don't know how you do it.
I don't know. It's just how God made me, I guess.
You are a woman.
I am a woman.
And I respect the hell out of you for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, Odie came over to say what's up.
Oh,
hey, pal.
big stretches.
You want to get in the podcast? Oh, my goodness.
He has a lot to say.
He might need to go for another walk before
Yeah,
we go
I think
to
he
bed.
wants to. I think laying by the door for 30 minutes is his hint.
That might be, yeah. Well, he probably gets a draft. I found out, I think he goes to doors because there's a little draft under him a lot of times.
That one definitely has one too because I can always see the light around the door.
Oh, he's leaning into me. He just wants pets right now.
Oh.
Big pets. Oh, big Odie.
11.
Guess what time it is?
8:45.
9:03. Can you believe it?
Really?
Yeah, you gotta work tomorrow. We can wrap it up if you want to.
Gosh darn it all.
If you want to watch The Bachelor, finish it up, and then we can go to
bed. I kind of do want to watch The Bachelor. Okay. Just because I keep seeing headlines, but I don't read the articles, so I don't really know what happened. I just have like little bits and pieces.
Yeah. You totally know what happens, don't you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay. All right. Well, then, you want to say signing off from... what do you call this place? Your apartment? Just your apartment?
Yeah, I guess I don't have a name for it. Should I have one?
I think so.
I'll come up with one.
All right. That's your project for the weekend.
I gotta think of something Cinderella themed.
What's the little mouse from Cinderella?
Jack?
Say Jack? I don't know.
Jack or
You are the biggest fan of Cinderella I know, and you don't know the mouse's name? That's appropriate grammar.
Jack and... Oh my gosh, why can't I think of the other one's name?
I kind of forgot that there were mice until I asked.
Jack
Are there two? Are there two mice?
Gus.
You could be throwing out completely random names. I would have no idea.
Jack and Gus.
Jack and Gus.
Gus is the little fat one.
I'm going to take your word for it. Oh, that reminds me of Ratatouille. The little fat one. You know the little fat one that just wants to eat, and his brother is the chef, and then he like tries to give him something good and just smashes it.
It's like Gus. He tries to pick up too many kernels of corn.
That's like me.
And the cat tries to eat him, but he runs away.
I just remembered I'm Donkey.
Yeah, well, I talked a lot this podcast, so...
I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
High five. It's a quiet high five. Nice. All right. I guess we're wrapping up from Jack and Gus's. Gus and Jack's.
From,
what do you want to call it?
Oh, I wonder... I don't know. Cinderella's Castle?
Cinderella's Castle. All right. This is your humble abode.
Humble abode.
All right. Signing off from Cinderella's Castle. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want to hear next time, and appreciate everything that you do.
Bye.